Hello friends. Don't look at my beat up chair. That's not the topic of this video, but I am once again back. I left you all for so long, but I am back. I gotta scoot forward. Sorry for the weird intro. I never know how to start videos, so just trying to make myself a little less awkward. But anyways, I'm trying something new this video, different style of commentary, I guess. I should introduce myself because a lot of you probably don't know who I am because I only post once every year. But I'm Miles. I collect Garfield, like a ton of Garfield. I got way too many. Someone should probably check up on me. But yeah, today I'm going to be telling you guys about a Garfield dark ride. I even wrote a script. We're getting professional. This is the first time I've done this, so let me know how it goes. But yeah, let me get into it. You guys already know a gay person can't sit normally in a chair, but anyways, let me get into what I've written. Also, there is I don't mean to be one of those YouTubers that are always like, oh, ignore this and this in the back, but my yard guy is here. I don't got yard guy money, but I guess my landlord does. Since Garfield's debut in 1978, he has always been profitable. I mean, everyone loves animals, especially ones that are humanized that they can relate to. Garfield embodies key traits that people of every age can resonate with. He's sarcastic, loves to eat, hates Mondays, and of course, every Garfield fan can relate to hating normal with a passion. Jim Davis specifically made Garfield to be marketable. Legit, he created Garfield with marketability in mind. It makes sense when you consider the first pieces of Garfield merch were made the same year as his comic strip debut. Though starting out with simple pieces of merchandise like posters, glasses, mugs, and plushies, Garfield was soon plastered on everything you could think of in the 1980s and 1990s. Not that I'm complaining though, just look behind me. I have bought into the consumerism associated with this cat. The demand has always been there. As I poorly covered in a video earlier this year, in 1987, over 40 cars in Los Angeles... I don't know if you guys can hear that. Does he got a chainsaw? That's what it sounds like. Over 40 cars in Los Angeles were broken into specifically to steal Garfield window clings. They didn't go for the cash, didn't go for the stereos, specifically Garfield window clings. People have always gone crazy over the merchandise associated with this lazy lasagna-loving cat. Getting into the main topic of this video, when you think of Garfield, theme parks and attractions may not be the first thing on your mind. Unless you're like me and watch an insane amount of Defunctland in your spare time. But surprisingly today, I'm not covering the weird history of Garfield's Nightmare, the Kennywood Dark Ride. I think Defunctland has already amazingly said everything you could say about it, so I highly recommend watching his video if you're interested. But today I'm going to tell you guys about the Garfield Dark Ride that never saw the light of day and that you probably have never heard of. Garfield's Underwater Adventure was a dark ride that was supposed to be located in Six Flags Zhejiang. I inserted a pronunciation clip because I want to spare your ears because I would definitely mispronounce it. Being pitched sometime during the original conception of the Six Flags in 2015, the ride was supposed to be a 4D immersive water ride experience that featured a large amount of animatronics before and throughout the ride. The whole plot of Garfield's Underwater Adventure surrounded the heart-stopping, crucial, very important idea of helping Garfield, John, and Odie save the world. Just kidding. We were finding their lunch. But that's basically the same thing if you think about it. The ride was going to have 10 6-passenger trackless vehicles that had full audio and lighting equipped inside. All we currently know from the information available in the wiki is that the ride would have had 5 3D interactive projection screens alongside the animatronics. Sally Dark Rides, the company behind the designing of Garfield's Underwater Adventure, even showcased 3 of the fully configured, voiced, and completed animatronics that would be featured during the ride.
I know you want to eat the worms, Odie, but they're for the fish!
So this leads to the question, if whole parts of the ride were already completed, why did this Garfield Dark Ride never come to be? You might be thinking, did they decide against it after hearing what happened at Garfield's nightmare? Did they think Garfield wasn't popular enough anymore? Or did the idea just not stick? Well, all of those would be wrong, considering there was supposed to be a whole area of the park called Garfield's Beach. You heard me right. The Garfield Dark Ride was not the only section of the park that was going to be Garfield themed. So what happened? The truth is, the Six Flags in general never happened. In February of 2020, Six Flags completely dropped out of the project when their partner, Riverside Investment Group, was unable to pay their debts. After Six Flags dropped the project, it was later picked up by Sunac China Holdings, which rebranded the park to Hangzhou Bay Sunac Tourism City, removing all of the Garfield branding and opening a normal water park in 2021. The actual park is still under construction after development was pushed back due to the Chinese property sector crisis. Sad fate of the Six Flags leaves us all with many questions. Will we ever see Garfield Beach? Will there ever be another Garfield Dark Ride? Will Garfield, Odie, and John ever get their lunch back? And most importantly, whatever happened to those animatronics? Because those would make a great part of my collection, and I desperately want one in my house. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry if it's too short or if anything was bad. This is my first time doing a video like this, and I don't think you guys can hear this because my mic is good, but this man is right outside my house with something. It's very, very loud. But anyways, you can subscribe, you can like, you can leave comments, either about the topic or about anything you want, and I will try to respond. But thank you, and goodbye.